Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Got Shift God in the chat already, fellas, ladies, gentlemen. We got episode 4, and we haven't done this since February 5th. I was just checking the off season. The football off season is extremely long. I know it's extremely long, but it was crazy. I was watching like my stream from episode 3, and we were talking about like coaching hire predictions, and that's just crazy, man. That was like a day or two after the Super Bowl. But we're back here. It's Monday, June 24th. This used to be a podcast, although we've only done 3 of them. So you can listen to this on Spotify and Apple. It might just be Spotify for right now. But I think I actually got both of them. Let's Talk Football. Jackson Elstro, I think, is what it is. The link's down below. My Twitter is down below. The links to this show are down below. So check that out. But yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll do this. I got this sick ass shirt. Dude, check this shirt out, man. Look at this. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, even though I am a Packers fan, dude, check this one. I had to get 2. I don't have any white shirts. Got Bears. So, yeah, that's new with me. What else is new? We're going to get into the box here. We got all the football helmets in here because it's the off season. I want to talk about some breakout teams and some breakout candidates. We got Jameson Williams on the thumbnail. But first off, dude, I got these sick guns using my points at Dave & Buster's this past weekend. Got 2 of them, actually. And I haven't shot it yet. So let's try. You guys even see anything? Huh. We'll hit that smart water bottle. Oh, wow, this thing's yeah. So let's throw this in and let's get started, man. Throw a comment down below. We want this to be as interactive as we can. Who is your breakout team? So just a couple of things I found out that were interesting. Alvin Kamara has never had a 1,000-yard rushing season. Obviously he's a phenomenal catcher. The Saints were 9-8 last year. I was looking at the NFC, and it's crazy how, probably only 49ers fans wanted San Francisco. Obviously, I'm a Packers fan. A ton of non-Lions fans wanted Lions to win it all. But then you had teams like the Rams, you had the Bucks, you had the Eagles. Who's the obvious team I'm missing right now? It's going to be so obvious. Dallas. I don't know if anybody was rooting for Dallas, but I'm just kidding. It's crazy. Worst case scenario happened. But so I wanted to talk about breakout teams, and I'm looking at Carolina. And Carolina, Dave Canales is just, I love that dude. And I think Baker, obviously had a phenomenal season. I think Baker's just in general really talented. And I think he's back. But Dave Canales did such a phenomenal job. And when I look at Carolina's offseason, should we pull up depth charts? They're kind of hard to read. Maybe you guys might just have to be stuck with my face. Or I can pull up the Panthers depth chart, whatever. But first, look who's got stuff in it. All right, I'll contain myself. Yeah. Do a quick review. There's nothing to hit. All right, let's focus. Let's focus. Seahawks. Hell yeah. I just don't think that they are a breakout candidate team, but you might just be saying you're a team of the Seahawks. Let's see. Deontay Johnson is no longer a member. Derek Carr threw for 25 touchdowns and 8 interceptions last season. Do people know this? Derek Carr is so interesting to me. But anyways, the Panthers. Oh, you know what might be better? Stat views might be better, although they just changed. They just revamped it. Guys, hit that like button. Let's get some bodies in here. Stat views changed up their whole freaking thing. I don't know what the hell they're doing. But Deontay Johnson is huge for Bryce Young. Their offensive line, a lot of people don't realize, was just god-awful. It was god-awful. I was reading in the paper, the Sunday paper, and they had the Panthers offseason grade as I believe it was a C. It might have been a C-. And their explanation for it was just overpaying Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis, a couple of guys on the offensive line. But JT Sanders, I think, is really interesting. Jonathan Brooks, I think, is really interesting. And so is Xavier. Let's do socials and bio. Smoking, hold up. Do socials and bio. Oh my God, no. Get out of here. Guys. Apologies. Well, oh my fucking God. Do this. God damn it. I just got back from the gym and I was like just feeling it. I was like, let's hop on a show. We haven't done this in months. And then I see like the Rockets want all these amazing basketball players. But all right. What's up, Jaden? Tighten up. Let's do this. I always wanted to do this. Dang. I'm going to mute it for a second because it's loud. But I got all the teams in here. Oh, come on. No Wi-Fi. Come on. Not Wi-Fi issues. Uh-oh. All right. Well, we unfortunately got the Chargers. So I'm actually just going to do it real quick again. No cheating. All right, we're back. I apologize if this Wi-Fi blows. The Rams. Let's go, man. I haven't made a Rams video in ages. I want to get into a Rams video again. The Rams almost broke a lot of our hearts last season when they didn't almost take down the Lions, but the Rams leading up to that game, you got Matthew Stafford coming back to Ford, and there was certainly a little worry energy there, at least from my stance. But the Los Angeles Rams have a really nice roster. What is that website? Hoops Hype is phenomenal for having like depth chart crap on the board here, but I don't know if there's a football equivalent. I use ourlads.com and it just seems a little extra hard to read. I saw a article on why Kyron Williams is about like just had like basically got lucky. Anytime that you have Sean McVay as your head coach, I think you're going to be a successful team. But it is crazy how early Puka Nacua is already viewed as one of the league's best receivers. I'd like to see it for another season. They got Demarcus Robinson as wide receiver 3. I did not notice that. That is a little, I don't know if worrisome is the right word. Because I like Demarcus, but he had almost 400 yards per him last season. I guess that slipped through me. Tutu was kind of interesting. Prospects. I don't really like this format. I'll be honest with you. All right, I got a couple articles here. We're going to just do articles. I think the Giants are going to be sneaky good this season. They demolished the Minnesota Vikings, and I don't care about the Kirk Cousins slander. I don't want to hear it. I'm a Packers fan. I was born and raised Chicagoland area. Kirk Cousins, P sitting down. Like I've heard it time and time again. Primetime Kirk was always in my benefit going up against him. Rival Sunday night, primetime football. But they demolished Minnesota less than 2 calendar years ago. And Danny Dimes does not do it for me. And that was like the first year I was like a non-casual football fan. My whole college life, I pretty much only watched the Green Bay Packers play football. And when I first started making videos, the Giants were one of these teams where they started that year like 6-1. Malik Neighbors, I mean, I remember, oh my God, dude. This time last season, I'm making videos on Darren Waller and Wan'Dale Robinson and, Jalen Hyatt, the rookie. And I'm like trying to convince myself that this is going to work out. And, Saquon Barkley. I do really like Devin Singletary. But they finally now, in what is it, Danny's 5th or 6th year, now they finally decide to pick up a wide receiver. I mean, it just took way too long. Isaiah Hodgins, like they have these players, these wide receivers that will just like feast for like 2 or 3 weeks, twice a year. Brian Burns was a great trade. Bobby Okereke is phenomenal. Kayvon Thibodeau, interesting young player. Dexter Lawrence, they got a good defensive line, revamped secondary. But it all comes down to Danny Dimes. And I made a video on the Giants a couple of days ago or a couple of weeks ago, and I will believe it when I see it, but I don't think it can happen. Now they can still win a decent amount of games like we saw the other season, but as far as, like winning the division and, winning more than one playoff game, I don't think. I think a Packers, a Rams, a 49ers, Detroit, they're going to freaking smoke them, in my opinion. But the Giants are interesting. All 32 teams at this point are interesting. This was kind of weird. Early bold predictions for the 2024 NFL trade deadline. The reason I'm keeping an eye on Dak Prescott is just because I cover the Raiders, and I think that the Raiders are a quarterback away. And, I don't think Gardner Minshew, like, Swaggy, I'm sure a lot of you guys watch Swaggy. Swaggy's a diehard Colts fan. And he was kind of telling me when the Raiders picked him up, like, he's just like a little above average. Like, he's just a good backup quarterback. But as far as a starter goes, he used the word mid. I don't really like using that word. But Dakota to the Raiders, if Aiden O'Connell doesn't work out, I think is exactly what I'm looking for. I think Dakota's a really good quarterback. And Mike McCarthy, as a former Packer head coach, just is not a fan of me. I'm not a fan of. Anyways, New Orleans Saints finally blow it up. I have never made a New Orleans Saints video a day in my life. I don't believe in their head coach in the freaking slightest. I don't really believe in Derek Carr. But it was interesting to me that the Saints went 9-8, and I guess they were 7-8 before the last 2 games against Tampa and Atlanta, I believe. And Atlanta was already done. But Derek Carr, 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I mean, that's a dude you can bring. He can take you into the playoffs. But I don't know what's going on in New Orleans. I want to look into the Saints a little bit more. I'm just pulling up their depth chart real quick. Michael Thomas is still a free agent, isn't he? What the hell are the Saints? There you are. Camaro. He won a contract. Chris Olave. Shaheed. Got a new left tackle. Wow, Equanimeous St. Brown's on New Orleans. Interesting. Whatever. Moving on. This isn't even really a good article. The Detroit Lions had another star for a Super Bowl playoff push. This excerpt I briefly read when I was scrolling through this article. This has the Lions trading for Amari Cooper or T. Higgins. The Browns will be competitive, even if Deshaun Watson's not Deshaun Watson. The Browns will still be competitive, and the Bengals will be competitive. So I don't understand. But I guess these are hot takes. Oh, these are bold predictions. The New York Giants shoot for a primo draft pick. Danny Dimes looking big right there. In other words, the Giants admit just a year and a half after giving him a huge contract that quarterback Danny Dimes isn't the answer. And if that's the case, the problem is there's plenty of talent outside of that. Blue chips, Malik Neighbors, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Andrew Thomas. All right, whatever. Stupid article, man. Let's get into like something we can at least do here. This is the dead dark part of the offseason. We got one person in here. Shout out to you watching this. Adams was born to wear a Ravens uniform. ESPN predicts a major Titans trade before training camp. Treylon Burks. Where's Treylon Burks going? They want this dude on special teams. Trading Treylon Burks is a lose-lose situation. You don't sign Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd to play alongside DeAndre Hopkins if you haven't any semblance of belief in a former first-round pick like Burks. They're giving up on him. All right, well, you know what? Give me a freaking proposal here. That was a stupid article. All of this, it's all Bleacher Report rumors right now is like Soulja Boy promoting his stupid freaking crypto coin. Panther Stadium in 2046. Jesus, dude, what are we doing? Why do we got basketball content in NFL rumors? Wow, it is desperate right now, isn't it? The Jets are going to be on this list. Ranking the least desirable NFL trade destinations ahead of the 2024 training camp. They got the Giants. The Jets, dude, I'm a freaking Rodgers guy. I got plethora of Aaron Rodgers jerseys. What's up, Mr. Minecraft? I'm doing great. How are you? We are doing a bunch of nothing. But we're trying it. Oh, you guys can't even see this goddamn screen, man. We're a freaking mess. We're an absolute mess. There we go. This is the least desirable NFL trade destinations. I don't know why you wouldn't want to play for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers getting flamed. I don't know what Aaron Rodgers was doing during mandatory minicamp or whatever, but I don't imagine that being an issue. But every person on the planet seems that to be a big issue. My bigger issue is, like this article says, Aaron Rodgers coming off an Achilles tear and he's 40 years old. And Nathaniel Hackett. I got two huge concerns with the Jets, with Rodgers' age and Nathaniel Hackett just being their OC. But the Jets went, what, 7-10, 8-9 last season? I mean, people were acting like, your starting quarterback got injured on the third or fourth play, and you went, I think they were 7-10. The AFC, that defense is one of the best defense in the NFL. That offensive line looks good. Garrett Wilson, phenomenal. Breece Hall. The Jets will be just fine. I don't think I've ever made a Jets video either. The Patriots, Drake May worries me a little bit just because of their situation. I assume Jacoby Brissett's going to play at least half of the season here, but they need a wide receiver, man. Same thing with the Giants. I was going through the freaking Pats videos last season. I'm trying to find these sleeper teams. I'm like trying to convince myself at their depth chart and their wide receivers that they have enough. Javon Baker, Jalen Polk, long-term, I like a lot. There's no speed almost, it feels like, on this roster here. I guess Javon Baker's drafted to change that. Juju's slated on this depth chart I'm reading as the third slot receiver. Juju's like 2 years removed from his Kansas City season where he was a freaking beast. I know he dealt with some injuries last year, but I don't think Drake May will have a great rookie season because I don't feel comfortable about who he's thrown it to. Kendrick Bourne, I guess, has never started more than 8 games. But Kendrick Bourne was like their most reliable receiver last year. Demario Douglas had a bunch of flashes in his rookie season. KJ Osborne, Juju. There's just a whole bunch of stuff, and I feel like they're throwing Kayshon Boutte. I like a lot, but that dude's like freaking wide receiver 7 on this. Tyquan Thornton, I like. He wide receiver 8 on this list. I don't feel great about the Patriots this upcoming season, like in the slightest, for Drake May, because I don't know who he's throwing it to. What are your thoughts on Jordan Love? Jordan Love is my favorite quarterback in the NFL because he is the quarterback of my favorite team, the Green Bay Packers. I think Jordan Love is a freaking beast. We got Don Burr. What's up, Don Burr? Jordan Love's the dude, and I'm a biased Green Bay Packers fan, but we're going to be great, hopefully. And I just absolutely can't wait. They're the AFC version of the Falcons with 40-year-old quarterbacks coming off Achilles. I feel better about the Falcons than I do the Jets. And I guess that is a little concerning. All right. Denver Broncos. I like Bo Nix a lot. I like Troy Franklin a lot. Wow, they're going to have $52 million in cap space next season. My God, this big board. They had Nix as the 61st player overall. Carolina Panthers, and it's going to be the Giants. And there's the Giants. All right, let's freaking throw something up here. Jets could play more overseas. Jags, sorry. The Chiefs have released Isaiah Buggs. Yeah. 49ers want to keep Ayuk. I'm sure you do. I want $1 million. Oh, my God. See, here. Oh, you can't even see the screen. Give me a Super Bowl pick. Look at this. Soldier Boy just promotes his stupid fucking coin. Why is this on NFL Rumors and Bleacher Report? The Soldier Coin. Jag signing Denzel Mims. There's an absurd amount of NBA content here. Cavs hired Kenny Atkinson. I like it. All right, we'll do this one. Massive deals. Teams will regret. Bang, bang. Rams versus Chiefs. And that's easy? Oh, you're a Rams fan. That'd be something. All right. Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars, 5 years, 275, man. Oh, the Jags, the second half collapse last season was not a good look. The Jaguars, magnificent 2 seasons ago. I believe they were 3-6. Finished the season, made the playoffs, and then they had that historic comeback against the Chargers in the playoffs. And then they started last year red freaking hot. But you kind of have to sign Trevor Lawrence. T-Law is a really interesting QB. And the Jags are a really interesting team. My Super Bowl predictions for 2025 on paper, this was a really hot take when I said it out loud. It was on my last Bengals video. I am almost guaranteed that the Detroit Lions will make the Super Bowl. I have no reason to believe why the Detroit Lions will not win the Super Bowl. I have zero reason. The only reason would be the San Francisco 49ers. If I have to watch another stupid San Francisco 49ers Super Bowl game, I'm going to be pissed off. I'm sorry if we got Niners fans in this chat here. I would be so pissed off if I have to watch another 49ers Chiefs. Give me a fucking break, dude. I don't care. Kirk Cousins, Minnesota Vikings. We just got to chat about that. 4 years, $180 million, and then you draft Penix at 8. I actually don't even hate it. The Falcons haven't made the playoffs in way too long. I don't even know the last time they won a playoff game. It actually wasn't that long ago because the Matt Ryan era, but Desmond Ridder, Taylor Heineke, Marcus Mariota. I mean, it was a disaster. The Arthur Smith run was an absolute disaster. And you have Kyle Pitts, and you have Bijan Robinson, and you have Drake London. I'm a little worried about the Falcons' wide receiver depth, but Kirk Cousins is going to get this team back into the playoffs. And eventually you'll be able to make a decision on, all right, $100 million guarantee. Was it? I think it's front loaded. I believe it's really heavily front loaded contract. And I don't think they're as dumb as it seemed at the time of the draft, because you're going to see a bunch of rookie quarterbacks struggle this year, just like you did with Bryce Young last year. And Atlanta's ready to win. And they've been ready to win for several seasons, but you just had Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke and Marcus Mariota as your quarterback. So I think the Falcons have an underrated defense. I think it's just slightly above average. I know they need some pieces, but I don't hate this contract at all, and I did not hate the draft pick of Michael Penix Jr. Rashawn Gary, oh no, man, this dude's a freaking beast. 4 years, $96 million, $34 million guaranteed. He was a key cog just a few months away from becoming eligible for free agency. There's no denying his talent, but Gary is now 26. Oh no. 5 years into his career, he's never been a first or second team All-Pro, nor has he been a Pro Bowler. His numbers haven't taken off, and his consistency is sometimes lacking. Has he peaked? Well, I don't think he's peaked, but I understand it. Rashawn Gary can't stay on the stupid football field, which is the only issue. He hasn't made any of whatever they just were. Oh my God, dude. I just Googled Rashawn Gary and parents. It says Jennifer Connelly, and I thought it said Jennifer Connelly. I'm like, I don't think that's possible. 9 sacks last season, dude. Rashawn Gary played the whole freaking year last year. Rashawn Gary's had 1 injured season. All right, I'm a moron. All right, listen to this. Listen to this, Bleacher Report. Rashawn Gary in 17 games last year, 2 forced fumbles, 9 sacks, 44 tackles, 22 quarterback hits, 7 tackles for loss. Yeah, I'm going to pay him. And I don't think there's a Packers fan. If we got a Packers fan watching this chat, let me know if you're upset that we paid Rashawn Gary a year ago. Ravens 49ers. If we could change that to like Ravens Packers or Ravens Lions or Ravens any other team, I'm all for it. I like the Ravens a lot. I got a bunch of family in the Maryland area, Baltimore area. Every Southern game is a playoff game this year. I just don't really know what that means. I apologize. Steelers. I would disagree with you on the Atlanta Falcons. I believe the Falcons will not make it to the playoffs. So you got Tampa, I assume. You got Tampa. Look at this freaking shirt, man. Get baller. Baller ass shirt. All right, let's get back on track here. All right. Justin Herbert. No, dude. No. I'm not even reading it. Jalen Hurts. No. Lamar Jackson. No. Daniel Jones. Yeah. Why they gave it to him beats me. He's a subpar NFL quarterback at practically every metric, and the sample isn't small anymore. Jones hasn't thrown for more than 15 touchdown passes in a season since he was a rookie in 2019, and his cap number is now massive on a non-competitive roster. One great thing about Danny Dimes are his legs. But yeah, it beats me too, man. Justin Matabuki, I don't think they'll regret that at all. Aaron Rodgers, I don't even want to comment. Christian Wilkins is just going to be an absolute not. But if you've watched my Raiders video, you know that. I just find a new article, man. This is. Where's Brandon Ayuk going? All right, here we go. I like these ones. Fact or fiction? Bang, bang. Buying or selling, latest buzz coming out of 2024 NFL minicamps. Spencer Rattler rapidly climbing Saints depth chart. Hell freaking yeah, dude. The Rattler. I watched Spencer Rattler do the best he could a couple of years ago against Anthony Richardson in the swamp. And I really hope Spencer Rattler is... Man, Cock fans love Spencer Rattler. When I watched him play, I couldn't see it. I have a bunch of family that went to South Carolina, so I've always rooted for the guy. But as far as like overtaking Derek Carr, once again, man, Derek Carr, 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I'm about to go watch every freaking Saints game this past season because, I mean, they went 9-8. I know their like money situation sucks, but I'm rooting for Rattler. Let's see. That's a lot. Sell Rattler becoming the Saints starter anytime soon. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sell it as well. Bo Nix says inside track to becoming Broncos starting QB. I fully agree. I mean, come on, let's be real here. Zach Wilson, I don't think can process or anticipate to any degree that Bo Nix can. And Jared Stidham was really interesting on Las Vegas a couple of seasons ago when Derek Carr was officially benched. But yeah, I think it'll be Bo Nix immediately, to just be honest with you. And there we go. Bye, Nix becoming the Broncos week 1 starter. Raiders expect Jacoby Myers to take a huge leap. That is awesome. Pierce recently heaped praise upon Jacoby Myers, calling him that guy and an alpha, while noting that the veteran pass catcher has taken a really good jump for us during the offseason. McDaniels was a mess. Jacoby Myers, 71 catches, 807 yards. I'll just say this, man. The Raiders are a really good football team. And this is the first time, I mean, I've had a Raiders channel for like since like almost the day Devontae Adams got traded there because I was so upset. And the Raiders have one of the best defenses in the National Football League. The Raiders have one of the best defensive lines in the National Football League. And I'm a little concerned about the run game with Zamir White, Alexander Madison. I like Dylan Labe a lot, but I mean, being realistic for his rookie season. That wide receiver room, Trey Tucker lit it up at OTAs reportedly. I know Brock Bowers has not played a snap in the NFL, but Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer are going to be one of the best tight end rooms in the NFL by the end of this upcoming season. And Jacoby Myers, Devontae Adams, like the Raiders are so slept on with all their talent. It surprises me a lot. All right. Who do I think the worst team in 2025? This is a phenomenal question. Patriots immediately came to mind, but that defense will not allow them to be the worst team in the NFL. Dude, I hate to even say this out loud because I just made a Broncos video. It might be the Broncos. I could easily see it being in the Giants, but I do like some moves they made defensively, but at the same time, not really. I'd go. Let me know who you guys think. I would go one of these three teams. I'm going to go the Giants, Cardinals, or Broncos. That is my opinion there. Hey, what's up, dog? Oh, what's up, Doug? That's a great name. Hell yeah, man. I'm always down to collab. All right, Dakota Prescott poised to earn record-breaking extension from the Cowgirls. Such a silly-ass team, man. I love it. I don't even care. Sam Darnold could start all season for the Vikings. When you get drafted by the Jets, I think your career, and you're a quarterback, I think your career is set up for failure. Who was it? Adam Gase? Who was it who was just talking about this? Was it Le'Veon Bell? No. Someone was just talking about Adam Gase's play calling and it might have been Le'Veon Bell when he was in New York. Was he with Sam Darnold? And he's just saying like Sam would be shaking his head while he says the play call he was told. And I think Sam Darnold's a really quality quarterback. JJ seems really raw. And I think Minnesota, I think with Brian Flores, I think they've got a really solid defense. And Dallas, I mean, they snagged guys like Dallas Turner just like out of nowhere. I actually loved their revamped defense. Moving on from guys like Daniil and Jordan Hicks. It wouldn't shock me if Sam Darnold starts the entire season, but I think that would assume Minnesota makes the playoffs. And unfortunately, even though I'm a supporter of Minnesota, I don't think they will make the playoffs if Sam Darnold starts every game, but I would love to be proven wrong. They have so many weapons. I just think Minnesota will be a team where you see plenty of flashes. Their offensive wide receiver room is so good. Aaron Jones over there, unfortunately, and Sam Darnold starting all season. I don't know, man. I'm gonna sell that. You can get in contact with me anyway. I think my Instagram and Twitter, the links down below in the description of this live stream. But go on any of those. Sells Darnold starting the full season. Let's see what else we got. I kind of like doing these. I don't know. Cowboys not far along with Dak, Lamb, and Parsons contracts. Bills. Tua, another Soldier Boy coin. Oh, that coin's suffering. I know you guys can't see this. I'm trying to pull something up here. Teams monitoring Ayuk. Wow, we got a golf one in here. Top 5 NFC receiving core. It's too niche. Trades to reunite quarterback wide receiver duos. Don't really care. Tepper advised to lay low. It's about to be knocked. It's about to be clipped. Rookie projects ready to contribute now. Let's do it. What's your opinion on the Cowboys' performance during the draft of 2024? Dude, I was like, my uncle was in town and he's a diehard Cowboys fan. And we were talking about their roster sometime in the spring, sometime after draft, sometime like right after the draft. And I was like trying to think of who the Cowboys running back was going to be. And I just couldn't. And we like looked it up and I was like, what the hell? And then this was before I believe Zeke was brought back. I mean, I like Tony Pollard a lot. I don't know too much about the Cowgirls draft, unfortunately. What do you think? So I have no idea. All right, Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix will have a really interesting rookie season. I don't know what's going to happen with Cortland Sutton. Their tight ends worry me, although I like Dulcich a lot. They have like every running back you could possibly want on their team right now. Jaleel McLaughlin's phenomenal. I think Troy Franklin will not have a Puka season because that was historically record breaking, but I think I think Troy Franklin will be long term one of their best wide receivers. And I think that'll happen right away. Chop Robinson, I like that. Brian Thomas Jr. To be honest with you, I don't care about this article. Else I'm going to leave. Could Crosby be traded by the deadline? Come on, guys. Let's figure it out here. Tua want to play. Dolphins want to play Tua. Oh, want to pay. Vikings confident in Darnold. Wow, we are deep, man. We are desperate right now. Cam Hayward says it's possible he could play for another team next season. All right, let's be a little less dramatic. God, dude, Bleacher Report just got awfully bad. Cowboys officially off-season's big losers. Give me like an off-season. Can we get like an off-season thing here going, please? Best NFL free agents under 30. Oh my God, dude. Fixing biggest roster holes. All right, we'll do this one. Often this is only the fourth one here. Patriots left tackle. I don't care. Sorry. David Bakhtiari is a potential pickup. Oh my God. Tackle for the Commanders. I agree, but I don't really care. Eagles safety. Falcons cornerback. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't really care. Chicago Bears defensive end. Who could they pick up here? I'm all set on all three of those. What's anybody got anything on their mind here? Another Soldier Boy. Star teams most likely to star QBs ready to change teams. Soldier Boy's coin hit 574K market cap. Newton not retiring, but doesn't expect new contract. Yeah. Amari Cooper's not at Maycamp. I've reached the end of report. How is this possible? This might be it, fellas. Burrow at Paris Fashion Week. That's news. Oh, man. Ooh, most wins odds. Oh, I'm not. We're about to get into there's about to be some ads on my videos, like collaborations. It's gonna be something sports betting related. And I've never done like a brand deal like that on these videos. So I'm a little worried about it, but I am excited. And the guy I'm doing it with, I like a lot. He's a very hard worker, and he's a Blazers guy in NBA. Wow. What are your thoughts on Caleb Williams' college stats and him going into the NFL season? I think Caleb Williams is going to be a beast. I think the Chicago Bears will probably finish above 500. They have a really sneaky good defense, too, as long as that couple of guys like Jaquan Brisker can stay healthy. Their linebacker tandem is really freaking good. They might have the best wide receiver room in the National Football League. DeAndre Swift, as my Lions fans know, I mean, he just came off a good season with Philly. Darnell Wright's a dog. Cole Kmet's a dog. I mean, their wide receiver room's loaded. But I do have like issues if somebody gets injured. I wonder what will happen. But I think Caleb will immediately translate. I'm actually a little indifferent about Shane Waldron now, looking into more about the Seahawks last season. I think the Seahawks coaching was a freaking disaster last year. And it's kind of been trending like that for a little bit. Seahawks fans were really excited to get rid of Shane Waldron, but I've never seen a coordinator on either side of the football get released or fired or whatever, and like a team's fan base being like upset. I just feel like that doesn't really happen. I'm hoping the Bears suck. I'll be at Packers Bears in Chicago. I think that's in November. We got to make a video. God, Joe Burrow looks like a goofball at Paris Fashion Week. Teams predict Saquon as McCaffrey to 49ers effect. I think the Eagles, man. I think the Eagles have a really good team. I think the Eagles be one of the best teams in the NFL or in the NFC this upcoming season. Steelers safeties quote on 18 game idea. Sean Elliott says NFL doesn't pay players enough to play 18 games. I'm excited for Tom Brady's announcing debut. Edelman calls out Aaron Rodgers. I don't care. Andy Reid ate 60 burgers. Cool. I love Andy Reid. All right, dude. That's literally it. This is going to be it for the day. Forgotten 2023 NFL rookies to watch. We'll finish it off on this one. Anthony Richardson. Christian Gonzalez got banged up immediately last season. I liked him a lot when they drafted him. I was huge on Patriots content last season. I was a little bit bigger on mac and cheese, Cheddar Jones than I guess everybody on the planet. But I am excited for Christian Gonzalez. Freaking hair everywhere. Christian Gonzalez's sophomore campaign. Anthony Richards could be a freaking stud. I compare him and Jaden Daniels a lot. I think they are game changers. I think Anthony Richardson had a really sneaky good first couple of games in his rookie season. And unfortunately, right when he got injured was when things were really picking up. I think he was like 8 of 9, 80 yards, something like that when the game he got injured. The Colts, Adonai Mitchell, like a lot. Michael Pittman Jr., so underrated in the NFL. JT Taylor, Jonathan Taylor is a beast. And they didn't really – Latu is, I think, could be one of the best defense players in the NFL. Or rookie, sorry, immediately. And they didn't do much in free agency because they didn't need to. Gardner Minshew led the squad to a 9-8 record, almost made the freaking playoffs. And Anthony Richardson, it's just Anthony and Jaden Daniels. It's just the same thing, man. These guys just have to stay healthy. God damn, dude. I don't want these chats. What's up, End Zone Plug? I look 30. Come on. 24. 30? Fuck. All right, dude. Cardinal, I need to make a card. Juju Brents, A.T. Perry. All right. That's going to be it for today, folks. Fred Taylor, shout out. NFL Network keeps doing these game rewinds, and I try to watch them every single day. Hey, this is a great follow-up chat to being called 30. The Go to Football knowledge was good. Thank you, guys. I miss doing these live streams. How old are you, End Zone Plug? This will help me a lot. If you don't feel comfortable saying that, give me a range if you wouldn't mind. I'm hoping your age starts with a 1. I got started making videos pretty much live streaming, man. You're 23, fuck. I will be 25 in a month. Anyways, thank you, Mr. Minecraft. Yeah, I used to live stream like every single Houston Rockets game on this channel. And we used to live stream random NBA games when I was in my 5th year of college. All freaking night. And yeah, I'm just doing the lives. I think I want to get my Twitter going. I want to start doing Twitter Spaces. It's hard when you have these 8-minute videos to get all personal and stuff, especially if you're doing it a couple times a day. But yeah, man, follow my Twitter down below. We're gonna be doing these a lot more. Obviously, the middle of the off season, and whenever I find like cool articles, I'd love to just keep doing these because I really enjoyed our first 3 of these. And let's see if I can think of anything to talk about. We got this stupid freaking bucket of balls. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. I got this bucket here. The Eagles. Oh, no, the Packers. Man, I think the Eagles are going to be freaking good. Thank you. Ooh, you're a Steelers fan. Awesome. Yeah, I'm a diehard Packers fan. I should have thrown out the I live in Florida. That's why I got the Bucks. The Bucks shirt. Man, I'm so glad. This is like one of the comfiest shirts I've ever worn. For real. All right. Like, I'll show you guys what we're looking at here on Bleacher because it's freaking bare. Anybody use something different to find like NFL news other than Twitter? Andre Stevenson gets a nice little contract. Infinite Aura. This thing pissed me off. This Aura word's getting. Oh, guys, follow my golf company on Twitter. Go up on pod. This dude looks like a goof. I don't want this to be my starting court. Look at this guy. Come on. Like, oh, you can't even see this? Oh, you can't see it. He looks like a goofball, all right? Oh, nice. I'm currently down in the Fort Myers area. I might move up to Tampa eventually. I got Bucks channel. That's why I got this background. Got my Raiders background. Got my Bears background. Got my LeBron background. Lulu LeBron. I kind of like. We'll do Joel Embiid. All right. New Eastern Michigan. I've been doing this to-do list for a lot of my videos right now. Because, yeah, we're desperate. Shout out Cam Young's 59 yesterday. Start bench cut. T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle. This dude on Twitter pisses me off. Dov Kleeman. It's because of his profile pictures. It's stupid. Getting real negative here. The Steelers-Ravens drama right now is awesome. I absolutely love it. It says my Twitter doesn't exist. God damn. All right, we're going to change it. Oh, it might be an old tweet. We're doing this on the fly. It's mainly basketball content because every time I tweet, I don't have any. All my followers are from basketball. Copy link. All right, it's updated now. Apologies there. All right. Yeah, we're out of here. Le'Veon Shadesfield. All right, we're days. We're days deep. Let's go Irish. Man, the rent here is freaking nuts. I'm paying an arm and a leg for this dog shit freaking apartment complex. Yeah, I like the Bucks. I made a Bucks channel because I knew when I was about to graduate college that I was going to move to Florida, and I wanted to get acclimated to the culture. As this wasn't the Tom Brady run, and it was actually sick. I met a lot of cool people covering the Bucks. I don't post on that channel as much as I should, much like most of my team channels. But yeah, man, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching, listening. It's available on streaming platforms. We're going to be doing this a lot more often. We'll have a more solidified. I mean, I want to keep it loose. I don't really want an agenda, but I'll have some stuff lined up, ready to go, because this was a nightmare in the beginning. And we didn't even talk about sleeper teams or star breakout candidates. But yeah, you can listen to this on at least Spotify. I think it's available on Apple. It is available on Apple, and links down below. And we'll see you soon. Deuces.